Hello, have a great day and safe day to you all. I again welcome you all to my channel for another topic. Today we are going to discuss about another important topic related to biotechnology. In last video we have discussed about restriction endonuclease enzyme. And what do you mean by restriction modification system? What are restriction modifiers? When the restriction endonuclease, we have already discussed that why it is called as restriction. Endonuclease is due to its cutting ability. Why it is restriction? We have already discussed it. Suppose this is the bacterial cell, this is the DNA of host DNA, bacterial DNA, circular DNA. When the DNA of bacteriophage DNA, suppose viral DNA entered into it, we have given the name restriction to it because it restricts the double-stranded DNA of virus from multiplication. Due to this property, we have named it as a restriction endonuclease because it restricts the DNA of virus, preventing viral multiplication. So, immediately after entry of the viral DNA, a group of enzymes or a compound of enzymes which are called as methylates. A group of a compound of enzymes get activated in it. This compound of enzymes cleave this DNA. The DNA has been split into nucleotides so that the viral DNA does no harm to the host DNA. This is the usual nature of restriction endonuclease. It restricts the multiplication of viral component inside host. So there is a question, even it has the capacity to split the viral DNA, why not to its DNA? It is a question. Why it never happens? Because the same recognition sites are found in it. In the host genome, there are same recognition sites, but before splitting into components, when these enzymes get activated, immediately methylation takes place at the restriction sites. Suppose these are the restriction sites, all the restriction sites are methylated. Okay, this methylation prevent these compounds from splitting the host enzyme. So it is the main cause due to which the host enzyme get protection from the endonuclease. Otherwise, all the genetic materials have been converted into nucleotides. So this system for protecting the host genome is called as a restriction modification system or restriction modifiers. These are restriction modifiers. The restriction endonuclease are classified into three different groups, different classes of restriction endonuclease. Three different groups of restriction endonuclease are there. We have classified them as type 1, type 2, type 3. Already discussed in previous class. These enzymes are named according to genus, species and strain. Suppose one letter from genus Escherichia E, two letter from species coli CO, and the strain R17 provide R and 1. R1 it is recovered from the strain. Okay. So the first restriction endonuclease that discovered from this bacteria is known as HIND2. Okay. Haemophilus influenza D belongs to strain. Okay. So this is the first resistant endonuclease, remember. Out of these three group of enzymes, the group 1 and group 3 are not very suitable enzymes. Why? Because they have restriction, they recognize the restriction sites but cleave the DNA away from that. So the group 1 and 3 are not specifically used. They have specific recognition sites but cleave away. Group 1 cleave the DNA after the location site. Group 3 cleaves the DNA prior to the location site. So how is it possible to use them? It is not possible. So the most commonly used enzyme, that is EcoR2, is used in the purpose of restriction purpose of recombinant DNA technology as a important restriction endonuclease, and it always produces blunt and always produces sticky ends, never blunt ends but sticky ends. The sticky ends are only produced because they can thoroughly bind, they have a tendency to bind and can easily bind to each other. So it is the rest part of restriction modification and restriction endonuclease also. So thank you all.